Today I've put together a new basic yoga flow. In this class, the goal is to prep our bodies for the key pose Warrior Two. Then we'll bring our bodies into a relaxation. Remember to subscribe to my channel and share with your friends. Please add requests for other key poses in the comments. Check out Lydia Rose Yoga on Instagram. Thank you. Getting started on our mats in child's pose. We'll have our knees wide, our foreheads on the mats, and our arms out in front of us. Begin breathing through your nose and out through your nose. You may close your eyes. Transitioning into tabletop, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Our gaze is between our hands. Continue breathing in through your nose, pausing, exhaling out through your nose. We're going to transition to cat pose by dropping our belly, bringing our gaze up above us. Exhale, cow. Tuck your tailbone in. Gaze goes to your belly button. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. 2 more at your own pace. Meeting in tabletop. Our hands are under our shoulders. Our fingers are spread wide. We'll curl our toes and lift our hips into our first downward dog. Begin to heel toe your feet. You're pushing your chest towards your thighs. And since it's our first downward dog, really bend your knees. Make this pose comfortable for your body. Shift your gaze between your hands and either step or hop to the front of your mat. Our fingers can begin to trace the ground. We're in forward fold, and our head is hanging loose. You may bring opposite hand to opposite elbow. Shake your head back and forth, up and down. Feel the earth beneath you. Slowly move to standing. Roll your shoulders back, your palms are forward. We're in mountain pose. Your shoulders are rested, they're not hiked up. Your palms are forward. Begin to feel your knees, your hips, and your shoulders stacked upon one another. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands at heart center in prayer. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, hands at heart center in prayer. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Transitioning to mountain pose, palms are forward, gaze is forward. Tilt your head to the left. Take your left arm and gently move it up, your hand on your ear. Gently push your head down to stretch your neck. Move your gaze to your feet. Keep your hand where it is. This stretch may feel different than the last. Bring your left arm back to your side. Bring your head back to center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands at heart center in prayer. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands at heart center in prayer. Moving into mountain pose again. Feel how strong you are. Tilt your head to the right. Bring your right hand to your ear and gently press down to stretch your neck. Your gaze is forward. Move your gaze down to your toes. Keep your hand where it is. Bring your hand back to your side and move your head center. Bring your hands to your hips. We're going to move into pyramid. Step your left foot back about 2 or 3 feet apart. If you feel unstable, you can widen your stance. Roll your shoulders back. You can keep your hands on your hips, or you can bring your hands in a clasp behind you. We're going to bring our chest forward, pyramid. If your hands feel uncomfortable there, you can bring them to your hip. Come back to standing. Inhale. Exhale. We'll move into pyramid again. Come back to standing. Step your left foot next to your right. Inhale your arms up to the sky. You may look up. Bring your hands to heart center in prayer. We're going to move into pyramid on the opposite side. Step your right foot back about 2 to 3 feet. You may widen your stance. That helps you feel more stable. Bring your hands to your hips and your chest forward, or your hands clasped behind you. And slowly bend forward. Come back up to a straight back. Readjust your hands and come back into pyramid. Come back to standing. Step your right foot back. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands come down to heart center in prayer. We're going to move into wide angle. Our feet are parallel and pointing towards the long edge of our mat. Our hands are on our hips. We're going to lead with our chest down to a fold, wide angle forward fold. If your hands can't touch the ground, I want you to heel toe your feet out. Rest your head. Bring your hands to your hips and come back up to standing. You can shorten your stance to about 2 to 3 feet apart. We're going to take our right foot and turn it to the short edge of our mat. And we'll take our front leg and bend it to as close to parallel as it can be. It's going over our foot. Our back heel should be in line with the arch of our back foot. And once our base is settled, we're going to inhale to warrior two. Now we're going to think about our chest. We're not leaning too much to the front or to the back. We're stabilizing. And once we've done that, our gaze is going to be in front. Our gaze is going to be looking over our front hand. Warrior two. Warrior two is a basic yoga pose, but it is a difficult one to master. Can you keep your mind and your breath engaged while in this pose? We're going to flip our front palm, bring our back hand to our thigh, and reach over our head, peaceful warrior. Our front leg is still bent. Inhale, warrior two. We're going to straighten our front leg. We can shorten our stance if we need here. We don't want to lock our knees, so you can have a slight bend in it if that feels better. You're going to take your front hand, you're going to reach as far as you can, and then you're going to drop your front arm to either your thigh or your shin, and your back arm up to the sky. Our gaze can be up at our hand or down at our foot. Inhale the arms back up to a T. Bring them to your hip. Turn your foot to the front. Both of our feet are parallel, pointing to the long edge of our mat. Our hands on our hips. We can rotate our shoulders back. Come into wide angle forward fold. Bring our hands to our hips. Come to a straight back. You can shorten your stance. We'll come into that flow on the same side. Turn your left foot to the short edge of your mat. Bend your front knee. Once your foundation is built, inhale your arms up to a T. Take a moment to glance at your toes. Your front heel should be in line with the middle part of your back foot. Our chest is in the middle, and our arms are in a T with our gaze over our front hand. This is a hard pose to hold, so if you're sweating like me, that is more than okay. Flip your front palm, bring your back hand to your leg, bring your front arm over, keeping that front leg bent. Peaceful warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten your front leg, reach with your front arm, and then come down to your thigh or your shin. We don't want this hand resting on our knee, because that will injure our joint. Take a moment to take your top hand and check that your hip is open and not closed. You can bring your gaze to your hand or to your foot. Inhale, warrior two. Turn our left foot forward. Hands come to the hips. Wide angle forward fold. Center your left hand and inhale your right arm up to the sky. Replace your right arm as the center. And inhale your opposite arm to the sky. Bring both hands to the center. Let your head hang loose in your last wide angle forward fold. Hands come to hips. Inhale, straight back. You can heel toe your feet in. And then we'll come to the top of our mat, meeting in mountain pose. Our gaze is forward. Our shoulders are back. Our palms are facing forward. Inhale your arms up. Clasp your hands, but let your index fingers be out of the clasp, like a chapel. Take your fingers and point them to the left, half moon standing. Inhale, use your core to bring you to center. Take those fingers and point them to the right. Half moon standing. Inhale, bring them to center. Unclasp your hands. Bring them to prayer at heart center. Inhale your arms up. Exhale your hands down to forward fold. From forward fold, we're going to move into a tabletop. Inhale, cat. Exhale, tuck your tailbone, cow. Moving into table. We're going to shift to a seated position and then make our way onto our backs for bridge. Our back is flat on the mat. Our legs are bent. A good measure is to be able to touch your heels with your middle fingers. Your palms are flat on the floor. To come into bridge, we'll inhale and lift our hips to the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly lower your back to the floor, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale, bridge. Exhale, come down vertebrae by vertebrae. Heel toe your feet to the edges of your mat. Bring your arms up to a T. And drop your knees to the left. Move your gaze to the right. Inhale, move your head back to center. On your next inhale, activate your core and bring your legs up to the sky. Drop our knees to the right and bring our gaze to the left. Bring your gaze back to the sky. Bring your knees back up. From here, we can move to happy baby. So bring your knees into your chest, and with your hands, grab hold of your shins, or if you can, grab hold of your feet. Begin to push your knees gently into your chest. Some of you may be able to straighten one leg at a time, or both. Let go of your feet.
Give yourself one last hug. And then stretch your feet out, your legs out. Your palms are facing up, and you're moving into Shavasana. As you lay down, begin to feel your breath move into your feet. Travel to your knees, to your hips, to your ribs, to your shoulders and your arms. Feel the earth beneath you. And take this time to continue your own Shavasana. Namaste.